right, let's fix this camera. So a little bit more of the bald head cam. But hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here. I am the Average Gaming Dad. We are back on Colorado Rockies franchise rebuild. Just quickly want to say a big thank you to everyone who watches these. It's especially for a channel of my size. The views consistently have been incredible. I just want to say that I appreciate you and thank you. Um, we're going to do 2 games today. Our last 2 games of the regular season. We have September call-ups. We have we've pretty much guaranteed our wild card spot. Obviously, with a month left, we haven't officially clinched. But, I feel pretty good about where we're at. The Cubs are 5 games behind us. We are playing well ish. Last month was a little tough. But we have a really easy schedule. Like, if we're honest about it, the Padres are 10 games under 500. We play them twice. San Francisco is almost 50 games under 500. We play them twice. Kansas City, almost 20 games under 500. We play them. And then the Diamondbacks, almost 30 games behind 500. So, with that said, I'm not too concerned about missing the wild card. And like we would have to have some massive injuries or something that would result in a disastrous finish. But let's pick the 2 players that we're going to add. Looking at our pitching, Casey Mize, man, he was literally a Cy Young contender only because of his record. He's 14-5, which is still obviously phenomenal, but pitching statistics are not that great. So, only a WAR of 1. The rest of these guys pretty solid. We have Duffy, who we've usered in a game. He kind of got shelled a little bit. Clevenger, as playing well as well. So even though it's kind of crazy, he also has a 14-4 record. With Mize cold right now, I think we're going to make that switch, put Clevenger in as our 5th. Our middle relief has kind of suffered this last month. I think that's probably part of the reason why our pitching was elite across the board. And then last month it cooled off quite a bit. It cooled off quite a bit, which probably is leading to some of our slumping. So we will probably look at adding at least 1 pitcher and then maybe a position player. Of course, the trade with Atlanta for Vaughn Grissom. He has been out of this world good. 325 average, slugging over 5. OPS has finally dipped below 1,000, which is kind of curious given that we play in Colorado. But, it's a typical lineup. Zach Veen, pretty disappointing, but he grew a lot this season. So I guess, and he is only an 81 overall, so maybe we expected a little bit too much. But our bench bats, we're missing a little bit. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Let's look at the roster. Let's see what we got. So if we wanted to add a starting pitcher, it would be Senzatella. He wasn't great, but he wasn't horrible. We know what to expect from him. It's kind of weird that I guess it's only 6 innings, but not really performing any better in the minors. Other AAA contenders would be someone like Brian Valerial, who 59 innings of work as a starter seems pretty low. Kind of surprised at that. Maybe he was long relief or somehow snuck into a middle relief role. Stats are good, but only 59 innings. I just don't trust that. So we will pass. We got some guys down here. I don't know. Ratings wise, Matt Matthews looks like he could come in and play, but I don't think it's really an upgrade over what we have. Senzatella, of course, would be the obvious candidate. We could also look to bring in a reliever. Alejandro Castillo, pitching pretty well, but all the way down at Double-A. Kind of curious. He's our next highest reliever in AAA. We have Rob Cortez, who is progressing, but just did not perform well. Riley Pint looks like he could be decent. Good K per 9 rate, but again, struggling. I don't know. I don't see anything jumping out of me there, but it may be Irving Heath. He is 27 years old. A lefty. It's always nice to have a lefty in the pen. Ratings wise, it looks like he could probably hang in there in the big leagues and eat an inning or two. And despite his win-loss, pretty good sample size, 45 innings for a reliever, 44 strikeouts, 15 walks. I like it. Let's go ahead and add him to the 40-man, and we will bring him up to the MLB level. So we just add a little bit of bullpen depth. We'll throw him in middle relief where we've seen some struggles. Give us at least one more option to go to. Wow, +9 power versus righties. That's nice. Anyway, let's see. Forrest Stoddard we know is good. We have considered him, I think, the last year as well. We might have actually brought him up. I'm not sure, but he's pretty good. But let's see what else we have. Perez, and what we really need is outfielders, if we're honest about it. I would love. Oh, look at Cole Tucker. Potential went up. I mean, it just sucks that he had a great year and his potential, goes up. But kind of a little too late at 29 years old, but definitely a curious one to keep an eye on. Maybe in a couple years he gets up into like the mid-70s. Maybe a trade piece. Maybe he goes somewhere else that's struggling and finds a spot there. But outside of that, I mean, there's really no one that we love. I guess we could pick up Ryan McKenna. Is he on the 40-man already? He is. So we need more outfield depth. He can hit reasonably well, or at least his ratings are reasonably good. And he's got speed and defense, which we also desperately need in the outfield. So let's go ahead and bring him up to the MLB level. And then I guess we need to replace the guys that we stole, right? So let's see. We'll send Phil to AAA. And what else did we steal? A pitcher. We'll send Peter Manuel to AA. And we'll bring up one of these. Let's bring Castillo up to AAA. All right. So there is the adjustments. Let's see. We have Irving Heath. He is in middle relief. We do have quite a few lefties. We are solid on the lefties. AAA, just make sure they all have starters. They do. And then I think we'll need to probably adjust the AAA lineups. No? McKenna wasn't hitting? All right. So we're all set. We're ready to make the final push to the playoffs. If we play absolutely out of our minds, and the Dodgers, who we checked their schedule, they also have a pretty easy schedule upcoming. Playing Milwaukee twice is kind of tough. And I guess, yeah, they have a pretty tough schedule. They could slide. So there's still a chance we get first. I'm not counting on it. But definitely want to try and take one of our two games versus LA. And then our home game, let's play against Kansas City. That sounds good. So we'll do a home game versus Kansas City, an away game versus LA, and we'll see how we go. Let's start it off by simming through The last 2 games of this Milwaukee series, we are already down 1 in the series. Double A is missing a lineup. What are you missing? Fielder. Have Bolito. Ooh, but having him in the 3-hole is pretty tough. Let's move him down. All right, lineup should be good. Back to simulation. All right, Double A injury, just a few days. We'll keep him active. Triple A injury, out for a few days. We'll keep him active. Chris Bassett is back. Ought to utilize him. He's down in the Triple A. Actually, really, like, that was a guy that we could have brought up, right? I guess not if he was injured. But he was really struggling, if memory serves me correct. Yeah, he's one of our lowest rated pitchers. A 40 ERA. We brought him in for maybe some long relief help towards the end of the year, but he is on that struggle bus. Okay. All right, on to San Diego. It's kind of interesting, actually, if you look at the division. Dodgers are 90 wins, Rockies 80s, Padres 60s, Diamondbacks 50s, and the Giants in the 40s wins. I find that kind of funny. Like, we've almost hit every level of success that you can have for each team in the division. Giants, though, absolutely pitiful. I wish you could choose like a team to go to as a GM. That way, I would love to like win a World Series with Colorado and then move over and try and take over San Diego. I think that'd be really fun. All right, so we win our first 4 of 5, which is great. Now we are going to do a user game versus Kansas City. We got Dollinger, Clevenger, and Gallen. I mean, we've already pitched with all of these guys. And since Dollinger is the one that is struggling the most, let's hop in with the young lad in his sophomore season as a full-time starter here at home and see if we can pull out a win. Jonathan Daza. Everyone is tired. So we might be playing with some backups here. So let's get Ryan McKenna out there. He will be, I would rather have him in center though. Or do I? Yes, he is so much faster than Veen. So Veen will be in left, McKenna in right. Let's do Romeo Ivy really should be farther down the board with 26 home runs. We are facing a righty. Let's switch him and Verdugo. So Verdugo will bat in the 2-hole. Then we have Grissom, McMahon, Ivy, Rogers. Melendez is kind of tired and he's cold. Let's go ahead and give Drew Romo a shot here and move him down the lineup a little bit. Toglia and Castro, the only ones left. I think we're okay. Everyone else a little tired, but we're all right. That'll be the lineup: McKenna, Verdugo, Grissom, McMahon, Ivy, Rogers, Tovar, Romo, Veen, and Dollinger as the starter. I feel like my camera's like way too high. Now it's too low. There we go. There we go. All right. Last month of the season, we went to the wild card and lost. We're poised for back-to-back wild card appearances.
640.
So let's get to it.
1-1.
All right. Nice off contact from Bubba Thomas.
The second baseman, Samad.
Makes me think of Forrest Gump.
0-1. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I feel like last time Oh, God. Go, Romo. Go. He's too slow.
Yep, he made it.
That is the second time I think we have seen a bunt be pretty successful against us. He's going for the steal as well. Let's try and pitch up and out a little bit and give Romo an opportunity if he does try and steal again.
Ball. 1-2. Ball.
All right. All right, we get the punchy anyway. You love to see it.
The shortstop, Bobby Witt.
Steal.
Ball. Go.
Get him, Romo. No.
He's in there.
That man is fast.
High.
Steal rating, not that good, but 80 plus speed is solid. All right, so Dollander gets to the first, allowing a base runner via bunt, which is something you don't hear in the modern MLB era. Facing off against Brady Singer, 84 overall, pretty good. Limits walks. We can expect him to likely work in the strike zone. So we should get some stuff to hit. Yikes.
1-1. Ball 2.
Okay. Kind of generous on that call, but we'll take it.
2-2.
Ooh. McKenna was all over that one. Just a little anxious, a little early.
That's a ball. Full count.
Were we out in front of that, or did he just whiff? He just whiffed. Early timing is not extreme. Here we go, Verdugo. Just kidding, it's caught. I thought that was going to fall in front.
Ball.
That sinker's got pretty good run to it, I'm not going to lie.
No.
And that one beat into the ground. All right. So both teams, slow start. Oh. This is the nice thing about McKenna. Maybe not much of a bat, but he can cover center.
Batting six. The right fielder.
Pretty good swing there.
Velasquez.
But honestly, I think if we have anyone other than McKenna there, that's probably a triple. Wow, they're going to send him.
Oh, hey.
Pretty good throw. But just not quite enough.
Hike. Hike.
Can we get that really inside, though, Dollander? Ooh, you thought about it.
Out. No, he's safe.
I guess you could argue I should have taken the lead runner. I just didn't know if they were going to send him home.
No.
It's all right, but Kansas City going to take a 1-0 lead.
Ball 2.
I feel like that's been
2-1.
pretty familiar territory for us, though. I often find we're
Hee-haw.
usually very slow to start games. It's usually not until the middle innings where we really kind of heat up and find some success. All right, Kansas City gets a run. Maybe we could have prevented that. Maybe we just give up a base hit there. I'm not real sure. I'll always take an easy out.
1-0. Ball 2.
There we go. Just kidding. Just kidding. Absolute piss missile. 101 off the bat, but right into the glove, the second baseman. This one floater out into the gap. It does fall. Finally. All right. Our Shakespearean lover, Romeo, gets on with a single.
Second baseman. Run down.
Let's see what we can do in the bottom part of our order. Brendan Rodgers, the next bat up. Having a solid year. Not top tier, not elite, but really good. Looks like he's going to ground into a double play here. No. Interesting. So they don't even try for the double play. All right, that gives us an opportunity then.
No ball. 1 strike.
Way out in front of that one.
2. Ball. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Oh, you got. I knew it as soon as they hit the button. Ugh. That was tough. That was ugly. Not good at bats there. Not good at bats at all. They got old man Salvi still playing. Oh, God. Veen can't get there. That's going to be a double for the 40-something. Like, Perez, he's pretty old, right? He's late 30s. And Dollander, they're really not having problems squaring him up.
Ball 1.
Hasn't really produced a lot of swing and miss,
1 ball. 1 strike.
except for right there.
1-2.
Ooh.
Out.
Bubba Thompson, 97 speed, but not fast enough to outrun the throw there. And it's Samad Taylor who got on with a single last time.
2 strikes.
He goes down on the slider. Okay. Maybe Dollander heating up a little bit.
Ball. 1 ball. No strikes. Ball. No.
Okay.
Ay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's put him away with a changeup. Bury that thing. He does not. Leaves it up. Okay. I'm a little worried about some of these misses. Like, that's a fastball. It's like 2 inches from being right smack dab in the middle of the strike zone. Ooh, we get him on the punchy. Swinging at ball 4 or ball 3. I'll take that. I'll take that. So finally get a couple strikeouts from Dollander. See if we can get the bats going. Not like that. Jesus Christ.
1-1.
I don't want to say like Brady Singer's been elite. I know we have a couple bench bats in for this game. But just not really our best at bats. That slider has been killer, although Romo tried to pull that one. Oh. That slider was up, but it was very hittable. Veen pops it up. Good timing as well. Just not barreling the base, like not getting the barrel to to the ball.
One, two.
Just swinging to protect there. That sinker looked like it was going to catch the zone. It's a little outside, but I've seen worse calls. I don't mind it on 2 strikes, but putting a lot of pressure right now on Dollander. Now into the 4th inning,
Ball.
and we have not provided any run support. And we're getting kind of lucky. Like, he's had some really bad misses that the Royals have not been able to capitalize on, and probably should have.
Hey, high. Three.
I mean, that one almost feels more like luck than anything. But the curveball's nice. If they're not going to swing at it, I'll keep throwing it.
Ball 1.
I just would love to see him be able to just dot a fastball. But his control is just lacking today. Thank God we have great infielders, though. McMahon with a diving snag. Saves a base runner there. Dollander getting bailed out a little bit. I feel really confident, like our 2 through 5 hitters. Are we ahead of that?
That's an out.
Yep, very early. We're just out ahead of the off speed. Tried to check my swing. He ends up going around. That slider is vicious.
Ball. Ball.
Okay.
Ball 3.
The break on that thing is just so disgusting.
High. Full count.
All right.
Ball.
Getting a little deep in this at-bat. Finally make him Singer work a little bit for this one.
That's a ball.
All right. That was a really close take. But we need base runners.
Number 24.
I'll take it. McMahon, massive power.
Man.
Top of the team on home runs. Would love to see him blast one right here. Or at least give me something. Like, get Grissom to third. And that's just 2 exceptionally located pitches.
1, 2.
Oh! Are they going to get the double play on that? Oh my God. I thought it was going to get through when Brady Singer couldn't grab it. But a great snag with a behind the back throw from the second baseman. I mean, kind of hard to be mad about that if we're honest. Got to give credit where credit's due. Okay.
No.
That's tough.
1 ball. 1 strike.
I don't know. The fastball has just not been super effective today. He's almost just relying more on the slider and curveball. But I mean, we're getting some strikes. We're getting some strikeouts.
Ball one.
We're just
One
not.
oh.
We just haven't really been good about getting ahead in the count.
Drive. That's a foul ball. Ball.
See if we can get him with the curve. There we go. All right. I mean, Dollander's keeping us in it. Our offense is pretty pathetic, if we're honest about it. We've had some bad at-bats, and then we also just not able to generate base runners at all. Although that one looks pretty good. Romeo, Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? He's going to be standing on second with a lead-off double. And finally, a really good opportunity here to even this one up. Lead runner on second, no outs. Rogers gets that one pretty deep. I think we're going to send Ivy. It's a pretty good throw, and he's out.
Now batting, shortstop.
I mean, I know Ivy's not particularly fast, but it had to take a perfect throw from pretty deep in the outfield, and it was a perfect throw. That's tough. Tovar whiffs. That was very early. Are we serious? I don't know. That one felt good. I don't know. That slider has just absolutely brutalized us today.
No, that's a ball.
And we're gonna have to figure something out.
1-1.
Might have to get some of our starters back in. I'm not sure. We're back to the top of the lineup. They got two speedsters up there too.
Ball two. Full count.
All right. That was pitch number 70 for Dollander. Still has green stamina, but you got to wonder how much longer he can last, especially because these innings have not been quick. Like, we're not getting through these batters very efficiently.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, let's see if we can get a punchy here on Samad Taylor, and we do.
The first baseman, number 9, Vinny Pasquantino.
Ball.
I'm not real sure where we're at strikeout total-wise. But it's really been, I think, the play of our infield more than anything that's really saved this game. And I think we might have to consider pinch hitting some guys. I mean, Singer, 48 pitches here in the 6th.
Ball.
We haven't been getting many foul balls, and everything that's hit is just hit right to a defender. He's not issuing walks. It's been tough to generate offense today. I think we only have 2 or 3 base runners.
Ball.
I want to say like 2 hits and a walk. Yeah.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
Okay, but maybe an opportunity to get a base runner on with only 1 out. That would be That's step one. Maybe missed out on ball 4 there. I thought that was going to catch way more of the zone. All right. So Veen, we finally get on.
Now batting,
He's got some decent enough speed. McKenna with great speed. Problem is, just not that great of a bat.
No.
I'd be happy to take another walk.
One ball, one strike.
I mean, the timing's not that bad.
Ball. No, he's in there. Safe.
All right. Another 3-1 count. We basically have a free pitch here that we can take. So unless it's like right down the middle, we do not have to swing. And we should not swing.
Hey. Full count.
I don't know. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. It's pretty high. It's pretty deep. It's off the wall. That's going to score Veen. The throw to third is in time, you idiot. I mean, okay, we get the run, and it looks like it wouldn't have mattered anyway as Verdugo grounds out. But that was, I mean, that was both best and worst case scenario. Judging by
leading off for the Royals.
the next at bat, it wouldn't have mattered. But that's tough. All right, looking at where we're at. Wow, we have so many lefties. We might actually have to worry about that a little bit. But let's see. We'll get Larkin up. We'll get Calderon up. I think if Dollander can get past Witt, I mean, he's going to one way or another, right?
Be right. 0-1.
He's going to get past him one way or another. Either he's going to get on base or he isn't. Those are the only two results. But after Witt,
Hard. Through.
we'll probably hand the inning off to someone else.
No, that's a ball. Oi, hey.
Nice.
Now batting, the designated hitter. Drew Waters.
Yeah, I think it would be better to move to a lefty given these next couple batters. We're going to put Larkin in. Says he's cold. We'll do a couple warm-up pitches, I guess.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, number 53, Gene Larkin.
I feel like he's not getting any warmer. I would like to see warm. Almost there. All right, he's ready. All right, we got a nice matchup versus the lefty, at least ratings-wise. So we'll try and take advantage of that.
Ball. No.
All in all, pretty happy with Dollander. I mean, son of a bitch. Giving up 1 run through 7 is a good start.
That's a ball. Push.
Oh, that one really close. Nice. Larkin gets Velasquez on the two-seamer.
Yohan Moncada.
Hee-haw! No balls, 1 strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Try and get this front door slider. We do. Beautiful. Larkin gets through 2 in the 7th. Still a really tight game. I think we'll leave Larkin in. We really need to preserve our lefty arms. Or our righty arms. So I don't want to put in a righty prematurely. He didn't go around.
Did he go?
Thank you. Ooh. Grissom's going to give this one a nice ride. Off the wall and right. Finally starting to get to Brady Singer a little bit. Like I said, we tend to start off really, really slow. And they're finally going to turn the ball over. It's Drew Rome.
Number 38.
127 innings as a reliever. Oh, he must... It's so weird when teams do this. When they have like a starter coming in the 7th. I don't get it. Fastball slider. Oh. So they bring in the lefty versus McMahon. Not the worst idea. Be tempted to pitch hit for him, but with a 3-0 count, I don't think we need to. Yeah. So he works a 4-pitch walk. Now we got Ivy. This is our chance.
Ball. 1 ball, no strike.
Just give me a single. Oh, that might be more than a single. It's not. Runner tags. All right, runner's on the corner, but the double play is still available for Kansas City. So anything but the double play. Man, I don't know what it is with sliders today, but we are out in front of all of them. Ooh, please be fair. No, foul.
That's foul.
And there it is again.
Nope,
Poop. They walk Tovar. All right. We're going to pitch it.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Rockies. Number 1.
We're going to get the starter back in.
Melendez.
He's just better at everything.
ball. Hee-haw.
Ooh, that might have been it. That might have been it. That's all right. We're early on the slider. We're late on the slider. Okay.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, This is electric. Oh, land fair! It's fair! Melendez! Pinch hit! 1-run scores! 2-run score! Bases clearing double for MJ Melendez.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Kansas City.
Little bit of clutch hitting there. You love to see it.
Mark.
Ball.
What a disastrous inning. You walk 2. You intentionally walk. And then you give up a 3-run double. Brutal.
Ball.
I'm curious what the thought process was behind intentionally walking Tovar.
Ball four.
It's not like he's elite versus lefties, so I don't know. But then we give up another walk. McKenna with a double at his last at-bat, but flies out on the first pitch. But we did enough. We did enough. The back end of our bullpen is absolutely elite.
Rockies. Now catching. Number 1, MJ
I think Larkin,
Melendez.
this would only be, if he gets through all 3 of these batters, that would be 5 total batters.
That's a strike.
I don't think that should be an issue for him,
1.
so we will leave him in for the 8th.
No.
Starting off against the lefty, Gavin Cross, little lefty-lefty crime. And we get him on the slide piece. Absolutely beautiful.
Now batting. The catcher, Salvador Perez.
Now versus old man Salvi. How old is he now? 35.
1-0. D-Ride.
I feel like in the game he retires after this year, but I'm not sure.
No.
Speaking of retirees, Ichiro. First ballot Hall of Famer.
No, that's a ball.
One guy did not, one person did not vote for him for the Hall of Fame. Who that is, we don't know, but he probably deserves a baseball bat. That's just wild. Between his Japanese career and his Major League Baseball career here in the States, over 4,000 hits. Incredible. Career average never got below 300. Like, how could you not vote for a player like that in the Hall of Fame first ballot? All right, so Larkin does his job.
For the Rockies,
I'm
the right
assuming
Alex Verdugo.
that we are not going to score any more runs. And so we will schedule the closer in. That was a funky ass pitch.
Ball 1. 1-2.
I mean, that was, what a pitch sequence. Absolutely bamboozled Verdugo down on that one. Grissom 1 for 2 on the day with a walk as well. Try to get after the high inside fastball. Floats out to center. I mean, that's really been the story of the day. We have had success in one inning. Like real success.
That's a ball. 1 ball. No strike. High.
Give credit where credit is due, though.
Ball 2.
A starting pitcher, Brady Singer, he pitched a heck of a game.
2.
Probably didn't help,
No, that's foul.
you know, having multiple bench bats in, but it was good to get some guys some rest. God, McKenna, I mean, we were a millisecond away from that one being fair.
Ball three. Full count.
Kobe fan, what's up, brother? Hope your day's going well. Appreciate you stopping by the stream. It's been an absolute slugfest of a game here versus Kansas City. It was tied 1-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th.
Romeo.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. We come in clutch with a bases clearing double. And here we are in the 8th, up 4-1. A chance to extend our lead with 2 outs. But you're all caught up. How is your day going? All right.
Attention, please.
It's closing time.
For the Rockies, number 25, Matt Straw.
Facing off against the middle portion of this Kansas City lineup. Absolutely. I don't know what it is. Oh my God. All right, Blue. Ever since I was a kid, Madden franchise, and then in these last couple of years, playing MLB The Show, it's just something about it. Although I don't usually play with like retired or legendary players. The big unit, the bird killer.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I mean, Strom is just cooking. But yeah,
Yep.
I don't think I've never really actually played with him, so I really don't have any personal experience, but I wish I had been more into baseball as in my youth. Maybe would have gotten a chance to see him play. But that's going to be a close for Strom. Just punchy after punchy. You love to see it. Oh, I'm sure they will. And nice win. Thank you. I wish you could have been here for the bottom of the 7th. Some clutch. Oh, it was also a pitch hit.
The final line score for our ball game.
So Chase Dollander wins player of the game. I mean, he held us in here, only allowing 1 run through 6 1/3, 7 strikeouts.
For Kansas City, 1 run.
But it was MJ Melendez coming off the bench with the bases clearing double that end up giving us the win. Back into the bullpen, as always, performing really well, Larkin and Strom. All right, that's a good start. We've won, let's see, what is that? 5 out of our last 6, 84-60. And we said the next game we were going to try and steal a game versus the Dodgers. Game 2 and Game 3 we win versus Kansas City. So we're on a 4-game win streak. And 8 of our last 9 on to San Diego. Lose Game 1. Let's see, a double-A injury. Uh-oh. We lose 3 in a row. Oh, and we have an MLB injury. Zach Veen with a broken ankle. So he's going to... I mean, unless he heals ridiculously fast, we would have to make it to the World Series for him to have a chance to come back and play in the postseason, most likely. So that is brutal. You always do auto. The only reason why I don't always do auto is because sometimes especially when players come back, it makes the lineups absolutely stupid. I've seen, especially in the minors, you'll see like catchers playing shortstop sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. So, shoot. All right, so he'll go on the 60 day. We finally beat San Diego. Beat them soundly, 12-1. I mean, good thing we're on a winning stretch, but now we need to replace an outfielder. I mean, his stats, or his ratings, I guess, not like incredible, but, you know, who's like, what? We're going to put Soler in the outfield? It might have to be MJ Melendez in the outfield and Drew Romo catching. McKenna could, I guess, be the everyday starter. His hitting stats aren't awful, and he is good defensively. Could be Bouchard. He's pretty even across the board. He is an option. So Bouchard. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be Bouchard. He's already on the 40-man too. So he's going to get the call up. Not exactly who we wanted, but it's what we got. It's what we got. All right. So is it time for Drew Romo to shine? Do we trust him to catch over MJ Melendez? I definitely don't want to take Melendez out. He's been really great. But do we think Bouchard's going to come in and hit well? Maybe. All right, we'll try both of them out. We'll put Bouchard in versus righties. And then we will do McKenna versus lefties. So that will be the thought process. We'll see which one performs better, and then we can always swap them accordingly. Do. Any other changes we need to make? I don't think so. All right. Well, that's tough. That's tough. Zach Fiend, a part of how we even got to this point as an 87-win team and a wild card contender, and we're not going to get the opportunity to play in the playoffs. It's tough. All right. So we're going to take on the Dodgers. We're going to try and steal a game from our division leading league rivals, who are not having a tough time. I thought maybe they might struggle a little bit facing Milwaukee twice. But yeah, they dominated Milwaukee. They sweep Washington in a 4-game series. That's tough. All right. So do we want to pitch with Gallen? Let's pitch with Gallen. He was our big free agent signing, our highest paid player. We bring him in as the ace from our division rivals. We played with them to open the season, and let's play with them here in our last user-controlled game. Yeah, I thought about maybe looking at a free agent. I don't think that's a terrible idea, but I was already in the free agent pool not too long ago. I think like in the last stream, and there's just this late in the year, there's just not many quality players out there. But it's definitely something I would consider. I think we're okay with who we have. it's just going to be kind of 50-50 given their ratings,
Leading off
like
tonight for Colorado,
if they'll be good or bad.
the left fielder, Jonathan Daza.
1-0.
All right, facing off against Dustin May, the redheaded devil.
Ball 1.
Let's see what we can do.
1-0.
Obviously, we know huge velo, huge breaking balls. Yikes.
Ball 1, no strike.
All right. I'll take that. Just keep throwing slurves 6 inches out of the zone, and we will be fine. Ooh. 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 Grissom all over that one.
Did he go?
Okay. Good check swing. Ahead in the count. Opportunity.
Hey. Thank you.
All right. All right. I mean, not the best at bats. That one wasn't awful, but you know, last game we did not see any real velocity, so we're going to have to get our eyes checked and back on track.
For the Dodgers, the shortstop, Gavin Lux.
All in all, for Gallen, I would say he's been pretty much exactly what we expected. I mean,
No, that's low.
ooh, was that low, Mr. Umpire? Was that low? I mean, I think we're paying him $21 million, somewhere around in that ballpark. And outside of being injured for 2 months, I feel like he's been worth it.
He's out.
It's always tough when you sign a big free agent and they end up just performing way below their pay grade. But not for Gallen.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's been good. I've been really happy with the way he's pitched this year. And a punchy there against Andrew Benintendi. Now let's see what we can do here against the talented Mookie Betts. Both a great baseball player and a really fun name to say.
That's ball 2. Ball 3.
Okay. Little cutter away.
3.
Ooh. He watches it go by. We'll take that. Strikeout looking on one of the league's most talented batters. Oh, McMahon. Crushed into right. Not gone, but pretty close. Bounces off the wall. That's always encouraging. Bald head cam. Nice and shiny. Getting a little stubble. Almost time to shave. But a cutter right down the middle. And McMahon delivers with a leadoff double. Do we have any wind to consider today? 7 miles coming out from home plate. I feel like that's got to bode well for some potential home runs. Kind of surprised McMahon, 90 hit power versus righties. And that ball did not carry very far, I thought. All right. Maybe seeing Dustin May a little bit better in this inning. Have not swung out of her shoes at anything ridiculous. And that one goes between his legs. That's going to be a single for Verdugo. The runner coming home. The play at the plate, they say, is not in time. McMahon is slow as a snail. Even Father Time is surprised that he made that one. But they call him safe at home. We'll take it. And we have an early lead, 1-0. Something we talked about in the last game is our inability to start quickly in games. So it's nice to get a run up early here against a really good Dodgers team. All right. Melendez having a great year. Gave that one a good ride out to center, but just not quite enough behind it. And there's the wild whiffs that we were looking at in the first inning. Need to lock in. Is that one going to get caught? Yes. All right. Out number 2. And now Tovar. Who in last game, bottom of the 7th, 2 runners on, he was intentionally walked. And I don't understand why he was intentionally walked, but it eventually led to a 3-run double in the next at bat as he's punked. We'll take the free base. We'll take that. And now, yeah, Sean Bouchard, we brought him up because of the injury to young Zach Veen. Out for 2 months. This is a guy like that's been just kind of floating around the major league level. And if he steps up, you know, maybe we would consider keeping him long term if he performs well in the playoffs. I know, Dustin May. Yeah, calm down a little bit. Calm down a little bit. All right. Hey, if we can just take walks all game, just as good as a single. Payoff pitch. I mean, that was just on the black. I don't mind protecting in that spot. We were a couple inches away from having a single and probably another run across the board. That's tough. All right. Back up with Zach Gallen. He's got some run support and facing off against Santander. Former Baltimore Oriole, I believe. And he gets fooled with the slide piece. Okay. swinging out of his shoes on that one. Cody Bellinger having a tough year. Only 240.
Hey. 0-2.
Nice back-to-back punchies for Gallen. Miguel Vargas having a hell of a year. Holy. 341, 548 slug. Why is this man hitting in the 6th spot? He should be at the 3 or 4.
Nope. Ball 1.
It's always kind of weird how the CPU constructs their lineups. I don't know if I feel like they weight speed probably too heavily.
Nope. That's a ball.
All right, let's go back to the cutter.
No, that's a
I mean, that's just the definition of a
7.
perfect
The center
pitch,
fielder,
and we just don't get the call.
out.
man.
That's tough.
Hey.
Those are, and that's just my personal opinion why I am in favor of robot umps. It's calls like that that can lose you a game. But luckily, Gallen gets the next batter, no problem. Still holding a 1-run lead into the 3rd. Dawes' second at bat, second time he swung, I think, at the first pitch, and the second time he has lined out to an infielder. Trying to take some pitches, make Dustin May work a little bit. But, I mean, if you're gifted two pitches right down the middle, you got to swing at least one of them, right? Romeo Ivy on with a single.
Batting, designated hitter.
He's coming on really strong the back half of the year. I'm really happy with his growth and development. Only 1 year in the minors and already performing really well for us here. Grissom, I mean, we missed a home run ball right there for sure.
One ball, 1 strike.
Dustin May pitching out against our first baseman with, I think, like 40 speed. I don't know what we're doing here. I mean, we had 3 really good pitches for Grissom. We're late on all of them. So that's tough because
Now batting,
Dustin May hasn't
third baseman,
given us too much to swing at.
McMahon.
And we need to do better when we do have those opportunities. All right. McMahon, though, in his last at bat, he doubled out into right. Really can't be laid on a sinker when it's at its downward angle. It's just guaranteed
Ball 2.
ground ball. Good eye on the slurve. Okay. Okay. All right, just clips that sinker. A little early on it. Staying alive. 7th pitch of this at-bat. And he goes down the circle change. That's tough. Well located. Definitely needed a swing to protect there, but
The third baseman.
that's a tough whiff.
Jimenez.
Ooh. A little comebacker. Gallen can't glove it, so that's a single for Jimenez. See if we can work a little double play ball here. That'd be ideal. Nope. All right. So back-to-back singles. And the Dodgers are threatening to tie this one up or go ahead.
No ball, 2 strikes.
All right. We get the strikeout on Lux. Now if we can just get a ground ball out of Benintendi.
Benintendi.
Whoa, that's down.
We'll double play. Get us out of this very quickly, and I think we got it.
He's up. He's out.
Well done. So back-to-back singles with no outs. And we get out of it quickly. Gallen pitching a gem.
The right fielder, number 99.
But then again, Dustin May,
Verdugo.
1-0.
it's not like he's an easy pitcher to get through.
That's ball 2.
Oh. Tough call from the umpire. Tough swing from Verdugo. Beats it straight into the ground. You'll love to see it. Holy shit. Oh my God. He hit that into the stratosphere, man. Be nice if he could have done that fair, though.
One ball, 2 strikes.
That one almost going to be Dustin May's second hit.
Ball, that's low.
He hit Tovar and almost took out Melendez there. Ooh, no. Okay. Man. Good timing. Just can't quite barrel it up. And we're off to a little bit of a rough start with May. That first inning was pretty ugly. We saw some really ugly swings. Brendan Rodgers might have hit a home run here. That one's pretty high. That one's pretty deep. Oh, just at the base of the wall. Bounces over. And that's going to be a double. Speaking of the man who got hit, here's Tovar.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Would love to see him, like even a single, probably scores Brendan Rodgers. Oh, and we might have got it. It's a gap out to right. Another ground rule double. Close. Off the wall. It's a double for Tovar. That's another run for the Rockies. That is nice. Back-to-back gap shots out in right center. Missing with the slurve. We'll take that. I would rather not take that call, though. I guess technically that ball does technically just clip the zone. But, yikes. There's a good slurve. That one, much better. And Bouchard's out in front of it. Now down the count, 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A man who does not have a ton of MLB experience for us. And we're going to need him to perform better than that. Goes down on the high fastball.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Mookie.
But we'll certainly take every run that we can get.
That's a ball. Ball 2. 2-0.
All right. Mookie went down on the outside cutter last time. Let's see if we can get him with the same pitch. That one's close. And we're actually going to go with a curve. Knuckle curve of our own. Ooh, hit incredibly well by Mookie Betts. 108 miles per hour off the bat. But unfortunately, it's right to the defender. I think this wipes out Santander. Ooh. Almost called it.
2 strikes.
There we go. Another hot shot to Brendan Rodgers. And no problem for him.
The first baseman, Cody Bellinger.
So making pretty quick work of those first two batters. Oh my God, my controller's going crazy. It's like moving on its own.
Nope. 2 balls. No.
All right, tough call from Blue there. I would tend to disagree with that, but let's just try and get a strike. Let's get something over the plate.
That's ball 3.
I mean, is it though? We've thrown 2 strikes and we're in a 3-0 count. You hate to see it.
Ball 4.
Okay. So what should have been a strikeout actually is a walk. We got Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Nope. That's inside.
Okay, this controller freaking out is kind of freaking me out.
Ball, that's out. Outside, that's a ball.
Yikes. Gallen at risk of walking his second batter,
Take the base.
and he does.
Now batting, center fielder.
I mean, there's no shot we pull him. He's been great. Just some really tough calls.
Ball. Counts 1-0. One ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, run Bouchard. All right. That one hung up there a long time, but no problem for Bouchard in center. Able to glove it cleanly. And despite the really bad calls from the umpire, we still managed to get out of the jam. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Ha-ha. Jonathan Daza with a double. That one creeps just inside the line, rolls to the wall. Good way to start out the 5th. At least we're getting a base runner fairly consistently. Oh, that was a home run ball. Ivy, though, floats out to center. Good timing? No, just late. Just late. Last at bat, Grissom definitely had some opportunities. He had some pitches right down the middle and was just late on all of them. Maybe we get another missed pitch here and we time it up.
Nope, that's down.
All right.
No strike.
Got a keyhole now. No reason to swing unless it is right down the middle. I mean, that was pretty close to right down the middle. Just very rarely actually see a true fastball. Normally it's the sinker. Oh, there it is. Line drive to left center. Off the wall. There's the double for Grissom. It's just like, I feel like every time he makes contact, it's just hit so solid And they're going to pull May as he gives up his third run of the game. Now facing off against Tyler Male. I can never remember how to pronounce it.
Tyler Malley.
Malley. Tyler Malley? Is that right? Malley. Why is that a hard E? I don't know. But we'll trust the announcer. Tyler Malley. He's going to come in, take over. Yikes, that one got really deep. We go in and send the runner. Oh, he could go home. He does not. So unfortunately now with the out, we can't get a sacrifice fly. But we may not have to. Verdugo in the exact same spot. Line drive out to the gap, off the wall. That's a double for Verdugo. I feel like when we have our user control games, we rarely do well with him. So it's nice to see him just clobbering something. Now MJ Melendez having a great year. There's no reason to think that we couldn't keep this little hit train going. Okay. And now late on the fastball, we're 0-2. Punching into the ground. There's out number 3, but damage done. We get 2 runs across in this inning. See, this is good. This is good. Much better than last time. Waiting until the 7th inning to move ahead.
The third baseman.
Much happier with this. We can be a lot more aggressive with Gallen now. Who again, pitching a great game. 64 pitches through 4 full innings. No runs allowed. I think maybe like 3 or 4 base runners. That's pretty solid against a team that's on pace to win close to 110 games this year.
That's a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes.
There it is. Okay, controller, what are we doing here?
Ball in.
I think I might need to take apart my controller and air dust it or something. This thing's going wild. All right. Back on track, Gallen. See if we can add another punchy to the line. Spin it to win it with a little slide piece. We got him.
Did he go?
No, we didn't. Surely after seeing a bunch of stuff inside, he's going to swing out of his shoes at the fastball away, and he does. You'll love to see it. There we go, and a 1 pitch out to finish off the 5th. We're cruising. We're pitching well. We're hitting well.
Ball, that pitch is out.
We're on a bit of a skid. The Dodgers are on a bit of a run, so hopefully we can change the narrative a little bit. Maybe propel us forward and... I mean, is that one gone? Is that one gone? No. But just past the outstretched arms of the left fielder, Brendan Rodgers on with a double. Just quietly, just only 95 off the bat, but driven well enough. Tovar. But yeah, definitely not really in a position that we can actually take first off the Dodgers, but just want to make sure that we are a lock for our wild card spot. That way we can go on and face the Dodgers anyway.
That's in. Ball 2.
we late on that? On 92? Holy.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Come on, Bouchard. Over 2 on the day. You get the call up
First base.
for the injury. Now getting your shot. We work a walk. We'll take that.
Daza.
We'd like to see him do something with his bat, but yeah, that was really late. That was my bad. Why are we so late on 93?
One ball, 2 strikes.
The great mysteries of life. Daza started off our inning last time. That led to a bunch of success. But goes down swinging. Just, I don't know what it is against Tyler Malley.
Plate, ball 1.
But these 92, 95, we're just not timing them up. That one we're early on. I think that's the first time we've seen the splitter. Ooh, is that one going to fall? It is. And that's going to add a run.
On the tag.
Yikes. Out by a mile at home, but we still tack on another. A little overzealous on the base paths. But we're looking good.
Ball, that's inside. Hey!
I
One ball,
said,
1 strike.
with the lead up 5, I mean, that's nothing that the Dodgers cannot overcome with plenty of time left in the game. But great play from Brendan Rodgers there. We can be really aggressive with Gallen. Really challenge the hitters in the zone.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And try and get him as deep as possible into this game. Certainly going to come out of here most likely with a win on his line.
Hey! 0-2 is the count.
I'm not moving my my thumbstick, and that it is going crazy. Oh, that's actually going to fall. All right. So Santander hits a little blooper out in no man's land in center. Runner on, maybe a chance for them to get a little bit closer. But 3 consecutive curveballs take down Bellinger. And I think we'll go ahead and leave Gallen in for the 7th. But we haven't seen Irving Heath yet. I would like to get him up and see him. And then do Calderon. Get him up as well. Grissom, not the best contact there. Light little fly out, just laid on it. Okay. McMahon, early, so not extreme timing. You can still get plenty of hits with early and late timing. In fact, sometimes I get more hits with early and late timing than I do with good timing. So I don't mind seeing it. Just tough when you get a complete whiff.
2-2 the count.
All right. Back-to-back balls. We find ourselves even in the count.
We got a full count.
Ooh. I feel like we've done a really good job of working walks in this one. Not something we necessarily are great at in our user-controlled games,
The right fielder,
but
number
this game I think we worked 3 or 4 walks.
Verdugo.
And then McMahon. Ooh, Verdugo trying to go 2 for 3, but that one is going to be a fly out. Pretty good ride out in the left. MJ Melendez certainly do 0 for 3 on the day. Again, having a really good year. Definitely a career year for him. Has surpassed his yearly home run total, and he's going to add to it. Crushed in the center. MJ Melendez rounds the bases, our hero of our last game, and putting this one likely out of reach for the Dodgers with a 2-run shot there.
Number 47, Ryan Pepio.
And I mean, we get a fastball just grooved down the center, but Brendan Rodgers cannot make anything happen. 1 pitch out to finish the inning, but whew, thing was blasted. Nice offensive showing versus the Dodgers. And again, we'll give Gallen at least 1 more. I mean, if he can get through these guys really quickly, then maybe we get more of these like 1 and 2 pitch outs. He might be able to start the 8th. But closing in on 100 pitches. Holy controller. Chill, brother. Let's see if we can get another punchy on his line right here. A little spin it to win it. Ooh, he thought about it. He took the bat off of his shoulder. There it is. Broken bat pop up. Nice. Now just 1 more out, and I think he will have earned himself a rest. What an outing. Oh! So off of his leg, or maybe the glove, I'm not sure, but McMahon flies in from third, makes a throw. That's a great, great outing for Zach Gallen, our ace. And now let's take a look at Irving Heath. We brought him up as part of our September call-ups. And we'll look to see what he can do against this this Dodgers lineup. As Ezekiel Tovar maybe getting a little bit of revenge after getting plunked earlier in the game. Gets on with a double. It's just so refreshing to see us hitting doubles consistently. Normally it's like a lot of singles, a few doubles, and the occasional home run. This game, majority of doubles. Had a few singles, some walks, and then some homers as well. As Bouchard can't catch up to the inside fastball. Finally makes contact to one. It's going to be a little fly out. I don't think we send the runner. We do. I did not make the call. We leave it up to the third base coach. He makes the call.
The left fielder, Jonathan.
We got a man on third with only an out. With only 1 out in the inning. And that should be enough to get the runner home. It is. So that'll be a sacrifice fly for Jonathan Daza. And we have 8 runs now. Tough game for the Dodgers. Came in blazing hot. Hopefully this is the start of a slump for him. Come on, Romeo. All right. Like I was just saying, I think we've done a really good job at working walks, and there's another one there. Sometimes I almost feel like it's best just not to even look at the count sometimes, because you start, at least for me, I start getting in my head like, if we're 2-0, 3-0 count, I'm like, oh, he's 100% got to throw a strike here. And I'll kind of talk myself into a swing before I've even seen the pitch. All right, another full count. Can we keep the 2-out rally alive? Yes, we can. Our MVP, probably not the league MVP, but maybe in contention for the triple for the hitting title this year. He gets on with a single. That was shitty. Hitting well over 300 though, and only one homer away from 30. It's a really good year for such a young player.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Irving Heath looks like this man came out of a DeLorean from the 70s.
Irving.
That hair, that stash. Like, I'm waiting for him to light up a cigarette on the mound. But we'll see how he does here against Dalton Rushing. One of our mini lefty relievers. Not necessarily an intentional build to have so many lefties, but ooh, that one was really close. Count even. Ooh, goes for the high fastball. Does that mean that you would really like a slider? Ooh, he liked it a lot, actually. Rips that one down the third base line. All right. So Irving Heath, not the best start to his MLB debut. Gives up an opening single.
Nope, that's a ball. Ball one, no strike.
This dude is also lanky as all hell.
That's ball three.
Okay. Just give me a strike. There we go.
Ball four, take the base.
Yikes. Okay. I know we're up 8. But that doesn't mean we can just start giving up everything. That's a great throw in that spot. But just too deep.
Nope, ball one. Count 1-0. Hey!
All right, controller, what do you say that you stop freaking out? My thumbstick is moving the pitch for me.
That's ball two.
I don't know what to do.
Ball three.
This guy could just, unless it's a fastball, it's a 50-50. You have no idea where that thing's going. Amazing play again from our infielders. That's McMahon. jumping up and saving what probably would have been at least, would have been at least 1 run for sure. Maybe 2. Oh, Ezekiel Tovar with the dive and the throw, saving some runs. That's going to preserve even Irving Heath's line. We need to get his ass out of there ASAP. That was terrifying. Calderon's going to come in. Holy.
1-0.
I mean, we were... If we... Holy... Verdugo... Crushed. What was I even saying? We had the leaping grab from McMahon at third, and then the diving grab from Tovar at short. If it's not for those, like, the Dodgers could be... It could be, like, 4-9, 5-9. Because who knows what happens after that. So, our infield defense absolutely is keeping this game where it is. Saved Gallen a couple times as well. We're quietly leading off with a homer, then a single. Now our first out with Brendan Rodgers flying out to right.
Ball 1, no strike.
And there's the defensive legend himself, Ezekiel Tovar. I mean, our infield defense is honestly, like, probably one of the best in the league. 3 guys are platinum, have, like, the platinum glove indicator. The only one who doesn't is our first baseman, and all he has to do is just catch the ball, really. I mean, oh, Bouchard, you're going to be the death of me, I think. All right. Get to close this one out. 1 more inning of work.
Your attention, please.
And then we get to sim
Now pitching for
and see where we end up at the end of the season.
Adrian Calderon.
Brandon, you're here. I'm glad to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by the stream. I'm good. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. My controller's freaking the hell out. It's freaking me out.
Hey.
I really do need to take it apart. I have a ton of stick drift.
0-2.
Baseball team's looking real good. This is the last month. We've pretty much guaranteed a wild card spot. Looks like we're probably going to finish around 95-ish wins. So really solid year, finishing second in the division behind the Dodgers. I think we made some great trades earlier in the year. The draft was kind of disappointing, but it was probably one of the worst draft classes I've ever seen. There was only like 5 A potential players in the entire draft. So, taking that into consideration, we did okay, but it was kind of a lame draft. But yeah, it's going to be our last. You just caught the last bit of the stream. This is actually MLB The Show 23, actually, if we're honest about it. When MLB The Show 24 came out, I just was not in a position that I could actually just spend the money on it. And so I downloaded the MLB The Show 24 rosters, but when MLB The Show 25 comes out in a couple months, I will be buying that 100%. And, I mean, I don't think it'll be a surprise, but I'm going to be doing a Chicago White Sox rebuild to start off because they are horrible, and I am so excited to take on that challenge. All right, so we skid a little bit versus San Diego, lose 3 of 4. My controller is still freaking out. Let's see. My joystick's literally moving when I don't want it to. It's depressing. All right, let's finish off the season. Let's see how we fare. We actually win. Technically, that's a sweep. That's a sweep. All right. Now the series against San Francisco, and this is where things get interesting, right? Oh my gosh, my controller. San Francisco's terrible. They're 49 and 102. Arizona is not that great, 65 and 88. We could honestly win out here, and depending on what happens with the Dodgers, we could have a shot at first, but Isotopes, our AAA team, they finish under 500 at 68 and 82. They obviously don't make the postseason, but our AA squad, they finished 76 and 62 and won the division. So they're taking on the Rumble Ponies in the division series. Nice. All right, so we take 3 of 4 versus San Francisco. Series versus Arizona, we lose. And then our last series, actually what I am going to do, I'm not going to sim the last game just yet. The Yard Goats AA team won the Eastern League Northeast Division. They're taking on the Flying Squirrels. What a name for the Eastern League Championship Series. All right, so far we split the series with San Francisco. 8 games behind the Dodgers, so obviously we didn't think we were going to take them. We do secure the wild card spot, so we will be in the playoffs. I just want to quickly take a look at the stats before we hit the playoffs, and then we can't see them anymore. So for our starters, Jonathan Daza, starting to regress now. He's 32. He's got 2 years left on his deal, but he had a pretty decent year. A little bit down from his previous years, but still not bad. 281 average. Just a single and double machine. WAR of 2.7. Romeo Ivy, again, rookie. He's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, honestly. We should check on that. Hitting over 300, slugging over 5, so an OPS over 900. He really should not be hitting in second, but WAR of 4. Vaughn Grissom, who we traded for from the Atlanta Braves earlier in the season after injury struck, and we were out one of our better players for 6 months. We go out and make the trade, and he's been absolutely insane. 326 average, slugging over 550, OPS over 950, and a WAR of 5.2. Absolutely incredible. Love to have him. Great year for McMahon, a career year. Hits 273, slugged 570, OPS 920, 40 home runs. Almost doubles his total from last year. Absolutely breakout year. +5 power to righties and lefties. You'll love to see it. +3 contact versus lefties as well. It kind of sucks that he's already 31, but his overall is skyrocketing. He's going to be great next year. Verdugo, really his worst season since his full rookie year. Only hit 268 and slugged 450 here in Colorado. That's not ideal. Only 24 home runs and a WAR of 3.6. MJ Melendez, breakout year for him. Look at that. +9 contact and +9 power versus lefties, +5 power versus righties. He has a career high in home runs with 28, averages of 273, OPS over 5, slugging over 5, OPS 870, not bad, above average, and a WAR of 5. He was great for us at catcher. Brendan Rodgers getting better. The power versus lefties, the vision, and the discipline going up by a lot. On base was 360. That really pops off for me. OPS in the low 800s and a WAR of 4.2. Only 14 home runs though, so took a big step back. Hopefully we'll get back next year. Ezekiel Tovar, he had a bounce back year from last year, 22 home runs, average of 270, OPS 778. Again, above average or average, not insane, but a nice WAR of 3.8. And then Toglia Castro, Romo, all backups. No need to really dive in there. Soler, kind of disappointing. $8 million, and he's only DHing versus lefties. He just wasn't hitting righties very well at all. And even still, his average was only 268 with 80 contact versus lefties. 24 home runs still is nice, and a WAR of 2, but I don't know, not super impressive. And then our pitchers, Zach Gallen, we signed him as the ace. He has an ace level season. Really nice ERA of 2.8. The innings are a bit low. I would expect him to be, closer to 200. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but whip of 109. Win-loss was okay. 9 wins, 5 losses, and a WAR of 4.1. Montgomery was great. Not as good as last year, but still really good. Again, very low innings as well. 3.72 ERA, 1.28 whip. Painter in his second full year. No, not full year, but pretty much his first full year. Really nice. 3.11 ERA, 1.5 whip. Not a great WAR, but that's a solid starter. Dollander in his second full year pitched 180 innings. A little bit of a regression from last year. Statistically, the whip was down, so not as many hits, not as many walks. A WAR was pretty much the same, but his ratings went up. He continues to get better, so we appreciate that. We signed old man Mike Clevenger, who is regressing out of his mind, but still had a great year. Just over 3 ERA. Danny Duffy, same thing. We signed him as a long reliever, and the old man comes in and gets it done. 2.79 ERA. Casey Mize started off absolutely insane, was in the running for the Cy Young, and then really cooled off. He's now in the long relief role with a 4 ERA. Middle relief started off really hot. At one point, we didn't have a reliever from middle relief on that had over a 3 ERA, and now that's about where they are. Matt Strom continues to dominate in his last year. We'll have to make a big decision if we bring him back while he's regressing. But a 2.66 ERA, 0.91 whip. I mean, that's amazing. 42 saves, only 3 blown saves, no holds. So that's the stats. Wanted to get through that. All right. So we made the wild card. We will take on Miami and Juan Soto to try and get to the Dodgers. That will be in our next stream. Let's see. Jordan Montgomery leads the MLB in shutouts with 5. Vaughn Grissom led the league with batting average at a 324. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. And we should have some awards as well. Romeo Ivey, our first baseman, I projected him to be Rookie of the Year or be in the running, and he does win. So, first baseman, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? He is at the award ceremony getting National League Rookie of the Year, and the batting title goes to Vaughn Grissom. Fantastic. MVP goes to Ronald Acuna. Cy Young is Dustin May, who we clobbered in the last game. Batting title, of course, we know. Reliever of the Year, Matt Strom in second behind Evan Phillips. Just disgusting year. 1.15 ERA and 54 strikeouts. Rookie of the Year is our boy Romeo Ivey. Hank Aaron goes to Ronald Acuna. And then Gold Glove. Anyone in the running? Ryan McMahon wins the Gold Glove at second. Ezekiel Tovar was in the running at short. Melendez. It says right field, but he played catcher 99% of the time. Ryan McMahon, third for Silver Slugger at second. That's interesting. Vaughn Grissom wins the batting title, but he does not win a Silver Slugger. All right. So we won some awards. Really good season overall. Our best so far, of course. We'll be taking on the Marlins in our next stream. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know we got some guys here. And again, as I said at the very beginning of the stream, I just cannot thank you guys enough for the support. I'm glad you're enjoying it, even though it's technically a year-old game. But I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are too. Thank you for all the support, and I will see you guys the next one. Bye.